And by staying connected and protected with Eastern Cybersecurity, which helps keep your business safe from online threats. So why spend time waiting when you can spend it on building and managing your business? Let's make business more personal and achieve success together with the connection that knows you best. After all, that's why we are madaling kausap, may malasakit, maalam.
And welcome to the 2024 Pinoyliga Juniors Cup. Today we have a quadruple header for you, and today's third game is featuring the Perpetual Help Junior Altas as they try to get their first win against the undefeated UE Junior Warriors. Our first two games have finished, and we have an exciting doubleheader matchup left in today's lineup of games. So the Perpetual Help Junior Altas have been having a little bit of a slow start here at the Pinoyliga Juniors Cup, but they're going to be battling against the undefeated UE Junior Warriors as they try to get their first win. Now on the other side of things, the UE Junior Warriors currently still undefeated with a record of 2-0, getting a big win over the Ateneo de Manila Blue Eaglets. So it's going to be an exciting matchup ahead, live here at the Amoranto Sports Complex. My name is Martin Daez, and I'm going to be covering today's game with you all. So again, thank you for tuning in to the Pinoyliga Juniors Cup. And now let me turn it over to our venue announcer. And we have today's starting lineup for both teams. For the UE Junior Warriors at guard, we have Buwal, Diaz, and at center court we have Jean Bana. Now for the forwards we have Alejandro and Lagat. On the other side of things, the guard pair of Corpus and Velasquez starting for the Junior Altas. At center we have Candido, and for the forwards we have Cristino and Pagulayan. So here we are at tip-off live from Amoranto Sports Complex. Bana gets a tip. Boal controlling it, trying to cross the timeline here for the Junior Warriors. Over to Alejandro. Alejandro surveying the floor. Gives it up to Bana. Bana back to Boal. Boal over to Lagat. Uses the screen from Bana with a pull-up, and that's good. Laga with a sweet stroke to start off this ball game. Now here comes the Junior Altas. Counter mid-range jumper. No good from Pagulayan. Counter attack here. Bana gives it up to Alejandro, and Alejandro gets fouled in the process. He's gonna have to earn it from the stripe. A great find there from Jean Bana over to Alejandro. It's gonna be 2 free throws for Alejandro. John Alejandro, another one of these key pieces here for the UE Red Warriors, as he makes a second. Now here comes Velasquez crossing the timeline for the Junior Altas. Gives it up. Now Cristino over to Velasquez. Velasquez gives it to Candido. Candido looking for a teammate. Gives it up. Little two-man game gets disrupted by Bana. Here comes Lagat on the counterattack. Now, as I mentioned at the start of the broadcast, the Junior Altas are searching for that first win here in the Pinoyliga Juniors Cup. Of course, the UE Red Warriors, or the UE Junior Warriors, after this hot start here, this 2-0 record, coming off a win against the Ateneo de Manila Blue Eaglets. Here comes Velasquez. The counterattack. Velasquez asking for a pick, gives it up to Cristino. Cristino dumps it off to Corpus. Corpus over to Candido. Candido gives it up. Back to Velasquez at the top of the key. Gets a screen. Attacks. Fakes. Pulls up. And that's no good. Now here's a 3 from the Junior Warriors. That's no good. Counterattack here. We got some fast-paced action happening here at Amoranto as Corpus drives in and draws the foul. It's going to be 2 shots for Felix Corpus. So a chance here for the Junior Altas to get on the board. It's been some fast-paced action so far between these two teams, as Felix Corpus knocks down the first free throw. Felix missing the second. And Jean Bana, early on in this ball game, really imposing his dominance on the board as he drives there right on cue. Jean Bana with an easy lay there. It's now 5-1 in favor of the UE Junior Warriors. Here comes Pagulayan rejecting the ball screen, drives in, gives it up. Cristino gets it in the low post, dumps it off. Beautiful two-man game, but just couldn't get it to fall there. Here comes Lagat for 3. No good. Rebound by Bana, and Bana draws the foul. And there's a clear advantage here for the Junior Warriors, with Jean Bana just controlling the paint. So it's going to be 2 shots here for Bana. Bana showing the touch there, knocking down the first. Now Alejandro with the offensive board, and it's a steal by the Junior Altas. Corpus pushing pace, dumps it up to Candido, and Candido with a short stab. And that's exactly what the Junior Altas want to execute on. They want to be able to push pace. They didn't shoot the ball so well in their last game, which was a loss to the Ateneo Blue Eaglets. So if they want any chance of winning this ball game and getting their first win, they're gonna have to find a way to create some havoc on defense just like that, and it's going to be a turnover by Diaz as he loses control of that basketball. And again, this is exactly what the Perpetual help Junior Altas want to happen. They want to create a little bit of disturbance on the defensive end and push pace in transition. Here comes Velasquez over to Candido. Candido gives it up. That's going to be a three from Pagulayan. No good. Here comes Diaz. And there's going to be a foul off the ball here. It's going to be on Candido. As he got a little too handsy there. Bana doing a good job selling that play. Here comes Diaz setting things up from the baseline. Lots of player movement from the Junior Warriors, and Diaz gets a hold of that loose ball and sneaks that one in. Now a 5-point lead for the Junior Warriors. Beautiful pass from Pagulayan, and equally from Candido giving it up. But Felix Corpus couldn't knock that down. And again, this is where the Junior Altas struggled. Only shooting 20% from the three-point line in that loss to the Blue Eaglets. And it's gonna be a timeout for the Perpetual help Junior Altas as the lead balloons to 7 with 5 minutes and 55 seconds left in the first quarter. Again, if you're just tuning in, it's the third game of our quadruple header in with the Pinoyliga Juniors Cup. Again, if you're tuning in live here from Amoranto Sports Complex or in the live stream, you're checking out this heated battle between Perpetual and UE. Now let me turn it over to our courtside reporter Bianca with some news on the battle.
A fresh junior warrior who just got recruited from a junior MPBL team, Ethan Aguas, shares to me na kung 3 or 4 daw ang position niya sa court, well in real life, siya naman itong makulit na leader na talagang who always checks up on his teammates. Aniya, as for Ethan, he really admires James Yap as his idol in the alumni of the Red Warriors, and we can truly see the resemblance not just in his plays, but also physically.
Thank you for that insightful report, Bianca. And Ethan Aguas, again, another one of these fresh recruits and faces for the UE Red Warriors, drawing some similarities to James Yap. And he has yet to check into the ball game, but we're all excited to see his style of play. So you see a counter attack. And Louis Boal just going coast to coast there, bringing out his do-it-yourself kit and getting that tough bucket. It's going to be a foul on the floor here. I believe it's the third team foul on the UE Junior Red Warriors. It's going to be a baseline inbound here for the Junior Altas. So let's see if they can execute coming off this timeout. Pagulayan for 3. Still no good. They have yet to score a long-range bucket here. Diaz gives it up to Bana. Bana showing some good patience here. Gives it up to Lagat. Lagat rejects the ball screen. Good defense there for Pagulayan. Here comes Alejandro, mid-range stab. No good. Now Velasquez with the full head of steam serving. Gives it up. That's going to be another 3. And this time, Corpus knows what to do with it. Knocking down the first 3-pointer of the Junior Altas. Now a little bit of pressure being applied here by Perpetual. Boal hands it off. Now from the top of the key, Boal gets it back. Gives it up. Dumps it off to Bana. There's going to be another foul here. A little bit of a platoon swap here. Has some fresh faces checking in for both teams. Sabroso coming into the ball game for the UE Junior Red Warriors. Now a sideline inbound. Here comes Bana. Gives it up. Lorenzo in for the first time as well. Shoots it right away. That's no good. Here comes the Junior Altas. Push and pace. Kalangan gives it up. And that's going to be short. from number 26, Jan Raluna, in for the first time as well. That's going to be a double dribble violation on Buwal as he couldn't quite control that basketball. Now checking in for the first time is Ethan Aguas. Again, this player off the bat you can see has a lot of good length. And again, another one of these promising players for the UE Junior Red Warriors. Now Raluna, definitely not gun shy, misses that shot. Now it's going to be Junior Red Warrior basketball. In for the first time as well is number 77, Dre Lorenzo. Now here comes Diaz, setting things up for UE. Some pressure by Kalangan. Gives it up to Aguas. Rosales pressuring. Now Diaz surveying the court. What's he gonna do? Gives it up to Sabroso. Sabroso back to Diaz. Diaz for three. No good. Bana tipping it. Sabroso with that long rebound. With Bana controlling the bait, it's gonna be tough for the Junior Altas to control the rebounding department. And Lorenzo airballs that basketball to the dismay of the coaching staff of the UE Red Warriors. Again, we want to give a big shout out to all our sponsors: LGR, Eastern Communications, Kickstart Coffee. If you're just tuning in, it's the third game of our quadruple header between the UE Junior Red Warriors and the University of Perpetual Help Junior Altas. Here comes the Altas. Rosales setting things up from the top of the key. Hands it off. Back to Raluna. Rosales can't get three to fall, but Kalangan goes on a fishing expedition and draws the foul. He's gonna have to earn it from the stripe. A 6-point lead here with under 30 minutes left in the first quarter. So Icy Kalangan shooting the first. That's way short. Icy playing the backup point guard here for the Junior Altas under head coach Job Cleofas. And no good from both shots from Kalangan. Here comes Diaz, pushing pace. Looks for a teammate, hands it off to Sabroso. Sabroso gives it back to Diaz. Diaz over to Aguas. Aguas kicks it out. Great drive there from Timbol, but no good. Lorenzo controlling the board, couldn't get the ball. Aguas with a third try, still no good. Great defensive sequence there from the Junior Altas. Here comes Raluna. Skyen still couldn't get it to fall. Beautiful move there, everything but the finish. Here comes Diaz showing the handles. Rosales trying to apply some pressure. Low pickup to the finish. Still no good. Getting a little hectic here. Raluna gives it up. Kalangan slows it down. Rosales for three. Still no good. Perpetual struggling. As we see the referee, it seems like the head coach here, the UE Junior Red Warriors, really getting into it here. With the referee tempers flaring, the whole coaching staff of the UE Junior Red Warriors in a heated argument with the referees. As you see the officials trying to get things organized. Seems like the coaching staff really wasn't happy, especially head coach here, Joe Cleofas. Seems like on that play where UE was getting multiple chances at the rim, they were looking for a foul, and Coach Job was not happy with the no call. Now the coaching staff and some of the players of the UE Junior Red Warriors trying to appease Coach Job here. Again, we're just in the first quarter. Tempers flaring. It seems like things have died down a little bit here. So it's going to be a technical foul head coach Job Cleofas. As you see, Rosales knock down the technical free throw. So tempers are high here in Amoranto Sports Complex. Of course, UE trying to protect their undefeated sleet and campaign here in the Pinoyliga Juniors Cup. And the UE, or on the other hand, the Perpetual Junior help Altas trying to fight for their first win here. So it's going to be the Junior Red Warriors ball. Ball crosses the timeline. Again, half-court pressure being applied here. Sabroso gets it in the corner. Aguas, pump fake, steps through. Beautiful move, just couldn't get it to fall. It's gonna be Perpetual ball. And we're gonna have to clarify if head coach Job was ejected from this ball game. It seems like he was just kind of appeased by his coaching staff, and they asked him to step out for a minute. Have to double check with the officials what the final call was there. Calangan gets a ball screen from Baldoria. Calangan gives it up to Tabuan. Now Pinoy step from Rosales. That's rejected. Great defense there from Lorenzo. Now baseline inbound, Calangan setting things up. Bounce pass. Little advice there. Counter attack here. Here comes Sabroso with an easy lay. Knocks it in. It's now 14-7 in favor of UE. Beautiful. It's high in the sky there from Reluna. Still couldn't get it to fall. Rosales with a steal. Gives it up. Reluna gives it back to Rosales. Beautiful two-man game there. A great response from Perpetual. Ball gets it up to Sabroso. Sabroso. Seems like UE might hold for the last shot here. With 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Gives it up to Lorenzo. Lorenzo serving. Here comes Sabroso. Sabroso uses the ball screen. Attacks. Is he aware of the clock? Couldn't get a shot up on the last shot. It's 14-9, a 5-point lead for the UE Junior Red Warriors. Again, if you're just tuning in, it's the third game between the UE Junior Warriors and the Perpetual Junior Altas. The end of the first quarter of the Pinoyliga Juniors Cup. We will be right back. And we are back to the ball game after cleaning things up with the officials. Assistant coach of the UE Junior Red Warriors has been ejected from the ball game after that heated altercation with one of the referees over that no call in that 3-minute mark of the first quarter. Again, if you're just tuning in, my name is Martin Daez. You are watching the third game of this quadruple header between the UE Junior Red Warriors and the University of Perpetual Help Junior Altas. It's 14-9 in favor of UE. Here comes Perpetual. Calangan using that ball screen, pulls up and knocks down that sweet jumper. Good sign there from Calangan. Now some pressure being applied. Timbol gives it up to Lorenzo. Lorenzo short stab, no good. Baldoria with a rebound. Calangan pushing pace, gives it up. Baldoria gets it, tees it up, still no good. Perpetual struggling again from three. Timbol with a hard fall there. Lots of contact. Seems like he's okay, just taking a second here before he stands up. Some great sportsmanship being shown by both players. Baldoria went straight up, was a basketball play. No malice on that. It's going to be 2 shots for Timbol. Timbol short on the first free throw. Again, if you're tuning in on the live stream or watching with us live here from Amoranto Sports Complex, you're tuning in to the Pinoyliga Juniors Cup. Here comes Perpetual, teeing up a 3, still no good from Luna. Almanza gives it up to Lorenzo. Lorenzo to Timbol. Timbol serving, pulls up from 3, no good. Kalangan with the rebound. Kalangan pushing pace, gives it up. That's going to be a 3. And a great sign there as Rosales knocking down that 3-pointer. Here comes Almanza. Almanza directing things for the UE Junior Red Warriors. Gives up to Sabroso, gets it back to Almanza. Almanza over to Timbol. Timbol waiting for the action. Gets a ball screen, gives it up to Lorenzo. Lorenzo for 3. Still no good. Lorenzo struggling a little bit. Find it from the field. Rosales with a heat check. And knocks it in as Rosales feeling himself on that one. Here comes Almanza. Again, some full court man-to-man being applied here by the junior Altas. Tabuan sends a trap. No good there from Aguas. And there's going to be an offensive foul there. Correction. A foul away from the ball. It's going to stay Junior Red Warrior basketball. Back to the action here. Still no good from UE. Aguas for 3. Knocks it in. Aguas, he may be tall, but he got the range. Here comes Perpetual help Junior Altas. Lob pass. Beautiful 2-man game there to Luna. Getting that easy bucket. Side step there from Sabroso. Couldn't get it to fall. Rosales with a fast break lay. Tries to draw the foul. No good. Here comes Lagat. Some pressure being applied again by the Junior Altas. Gives it up to Sabroso. Open for 3. Can he knock it in? And that's cash. Sabroso showing the range. Now Kalangan gives it to a cutting teammate. Tabuan dumps it off. And that's going to be an N1 for Cristino. Jericho Cristino. Flex on him. A chance at a 3-point play here from the stripe. So just like that, it's 21 all between UE and the University of Perpetual Help Junior Altas as Cristino knocking down and completing that 3-point play. And Perpetual has not only come back into this ball game, they have also taken the lead here. Chua back to Sabroso. Sabroso trying to cross the timeline. Looking for a teammate, hands it off to Chua. Chua directing things. Looking for a teammate here. Uses the ball screen. And that's going to be a little too much pressure here from JD Pagulayan. Now Chua, sideline inbound. Now, what Perpetual has done such a great job of here in this ball game to get back and get the control of this lead is they've really upped the defensive intensity. As you see Sabroso with a sweet move there, slicing and dicing, getting the hoop and the harm. But as I was saying, the Perpetual Help Junior Altas have done such an amazing job of just controlling the defensive intensity. Things have gotten chippy. The pace has sped up in this ball game. But the one thing that has remained consistent for the Perpetual Help Junior Altas has been their defensive intensity. As you see, Sabroso trying to complete the three-point play here. That's no good. Alejandro with a rebound, puts it up. Couldn't get it fall. Now Pagulayan slowing things down, gives it up. It's going to be a three from Kalangan. No good. And there's going to be a foul off the ball. It's going to be on Chua as Ferrer tried to go for that rebound. Again, shout out to all who are watching live here in the AMORANTO Sports Complex and on the live stream. Of course, we encourage you to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. It's the Pinoyliga Juniors Cup quadruple header. This is our third game. As you see, a great drive there from Bourbon. Some instant offense here from Bourbon, who just checked into the ball game. Now 24-23 in favor of the University of Perpetual Help. Here comes Rocket in for the first time as well. Kalangan applying some pressure. Rocket pulls up. That's no good. That's not the shot that you want to see if you're coming from the UE Junior Red Warrior coaching staff. Cristino couldn't get that turnaround baby hook to fall. Here comes Cuevas. Gives it up to Lagat. Lagat thinks about it. Pulls it back over to Chua. Chua gets a screen from Cuevas. Chua sidestep. Beautiful move from Chua. Little Pinoy step there to weave through the defense. Get that tough bucket to fall. Now, a couple of lead changes here between both teams as action intensifies. Here comes Kalangan. Using that ball screen. Beautiful pass. And that was a case of being too open there for Jones for Eric. Now here comes Chua. Chua gets the ball screen from Alejandro, and again another foul here. Again on Pagulayan. You gotta appreciate the effort, but a little too overzealous here. Now let me turn it over to our courtside reporter, Bianca, for the report. Now let me turn it over to our courtside reporter, Bianca.
A technical foul was awarded to the UE Junior Red Warriors coaching staff after resenting a referee's decision to not give a call against the Junior Altas. As of now, the bench atmosphere is still hot, but so is the game that we are seeing right now. Martin?
Thank you for that report, Bianca. And as she mentioned, one of the assistant coaches of the UE Junior Red Warriors ejected from this ball game after that altercation with the official early on in that first quarter. But since then, the intensity of the game has intensified and both teams battling it out here. So let's see if the UE Junior Red Warriors can get composed. But you could see the intensity on the coaching staff of UE. So even if it's just a regular season game, you appreciate the level of competitiveness that both teams are bringing as they fight to get a win here. UE, of course, trying to protect their undefeated record. And the Perpetual Help Junior Altas trying to get on the board here and snag their first win. So it's going to be two free throws here from Mark Cuevas. First free throw knocks it in. Second free throw here for Mark Cuevas. Knocks it in. Great touch there. Cuevas in for the first time is Nitra. Setting things up. Gives it up to Bourbon. Bourbon Getting hounded by Bana. Over to Ferrer. Great backdoor cut there. It's going to be a traveling violation on Felix Corpus. Great defense there from the UE Red Warriors. It's going to be a timeout here by head coach Joe Cleofas. Score is 29-24 in favor of the UE Junior Red Warriors. And we will be right back with a word from our sponsors. And we are back to the action here. A little over 3 minutes left in the second quarter. An exciting first half between both teams. 29-24 in favor of the UE Red Warriors. Now, a 2-2-1 full court press being applied here by the Perpetual help. UE crossing the timeline. Chua setting things up from the left wing, getting hounded by Ferrer. Now Bana trying to ask for it inside. Great stop there from the junior Altas. Here comes Ferrer, hands it off to Bourbon. Bourbon draws the foul. He's gonna have to earn it from the stripe. A great transition sequence from the junior Altas, and that's exactly what you want to see. We spoke about it early on. If they want any chance of winning this ball game, they're gonna have to create that havoc and push pace, as you saw in that play. So first free throw here for Bourbon. It's gonna be no good on that first go. Second free throw here for Bourbon. Still no good. Now Bual back in the ball game, calling things out here for UE. Some pressure being applied by Felix Corpus. Lorenzo over. Rocket. I believe that was a three from Lagat. No good. Corpus, no hesitation. Asking for a foul there. It's gonna stay UE Junior Red Warrior basketball. Not the best shot there from Felix Corpus. It was early on in the shot clock. It's going to be a timeout here for UE. Again, score still at 29-24, a little over 2 minutes left. We will be right back. Back to the action here. Here comes Cuevas. Attacks. Draws the foul. No good. Gonna have to earn it from the stripe here. It's gonna be a foul on number 20 of Perpetual. Cristino in disbelief of that call. First free throw here from Mark Cuevas. Knocks it in. And Cuevas is showing some great touch here for the Junior Red Warriors. It's gonna be a foul off the ball. It's gonna stay Perpetual basketball. Bourbon gives it up to Corpus now. Candido over to Nitra. Nitra drives in, low floater. No good. Offensive board there. I believe it's from Bourbon. Nitra tries to feed it in. That's gonna be a turnover, counter attack here. Cuevas with a full head of steam. Dumps it off. Beautiful ball fake. And score there from Rocky. Great patience being shown there on that play. Playing off 2 feet. Got it to go. Here comes Bourbon. Bourbon turning the corner, loses it. Again, here comes Boal. UE on the counter attack. Drives in. No resistance. Overshoots the layup. Nitra serving. Tries to give it to Bourbon. A little too much sauce there on that pass. UE creating a little bit of a gap here. 32-24. Under a minute left. Cuevas gives it up to Boal. Boal gets it back. Cuevas at the top of the key. Hands it off to Abellar. Now Boal gets a screen from Bana. Boal. Abellar for 3. No good. Bana with a rebound. That's too easy for Gene Bana. And just like that, it's a 10-point lead, 34-24. The Junior Altas calling time, and we will be right back after a word from our sponsors. Back to the action here. 10-point lead here for UE. This was once a tight ball game. Now UE has pulled away in this second quarter. Nitra. Now Velasquez hands it off to Corpus. Corpus trying to turn the corner. Draws the foul. It's going to be 2 shots here from Corpus. And Corpus has done a great job of being aggressive here for the Junior Altas. And this has been the theme for the Junior Altas. They have struggled heavily from long range throughout this tournament. And they've tried to find ways to get other options going for them. Of course, constantly trying to attack and get downhill, create some havoc on defense. And if you're tuning in, we also have head coach of the Ateneo Blue Eagles in attendance, Coach Tab Baldwin, watching live with us here, the Amoranto Sports Complex. Now an 8-point lead here from UE. Last second shot. Cuevas gets denied but puts it back. And I believe that's gonna count. So a great move there from Cuevas. Not giving up on the play. So now at the half, it's a 10-point lead, 36-26 in favor of the UE Junior Warriors. We will be right back after this halftime break.
We started ang family business talaga namin. Talaga sari-sari store.
Social life?
So sa sari-sari store namin, same building, meron kaming on the side na dress shop. Yan ang sabi ni Mama. Dress shop, hindi pa to sports. I mean, nagagawa lang kami, nagre-repair lang kami ng mga damit. From there, may pumunta sa kanyang friend or client na nagpagawa ng parang how many pieces of t-shirts. So from there, yung makina niya, kaya naman gawin yung shirt, doon na nag-start yung paggawa niya ng uniform. Kung paano yung sinimulan ni Mama, siguro yun pa rin naman yung nararamdaman namin. Pero in a different perspective na. Talaga pag nanood ngayon tayo ng TV, when we watch yung different sports, kunyari nanood tayo ng basketball, makikita natin yung PBA. Pag nanood tayo ng volleyball, makikita natin yung LGR. Iba na yung pakiramdam na yung brand is overall, nakikita na lahat. We started ang family business talaga namin. Talaga sari-sari store ang negosyo namin. So sa sari-sari store namin, same building, meron kaming on the side na dress shop. Yan ang sabi ni Mama. Dress shop, hindi pa to sports. I mean, nagagawa lang kami, nagre-repair lang kami ng mga damit. From there, may pumunta sa kanyang friend or client na nagpagawa ng parang how many pieces of t-shirts. So from there, yung makina niya, kaya naman gawin yung shirt, doon na nag-start yung paggawa niya ng uniform. Kung paano yung sinimulan ni Mama, siguro yun pa rin naman yung nararamdaman namin. Pero in a different perspective na. Talaga pag nanood ngayon tayo ng TV, when we watch yung different sports, kunyari nanood tayo ng basketball, makikita natin yung PBA. Pag nanood tayo ng volleyball, makikita natin yung LGR. Iba na yung pakiramdam na yung brand is overall, nakikita na lahat.
You're still watching Pinoyliga Juniors Cup, and right beside me is our halftime interview guest. That is Assistant Coach Junkay De Guzman of the UE Junior Red Warriors. Now, Coach Junkay, your record in the UAAP Juniors that's playing right now, the younger UE Junior Red Warriors, is untainted, and so is your standing here din po in Pinoyliga. But what do you think is behind its success?
With regards to our junior high school team, most of those guys are returning guys. So it's their last year in the junior high division. So most of them are 16 already. So yung current record nila, it's all because of yung chemistry ng boys and yung willingness nila na kumbaga maging star sa role nila. Hindi naman pwedeng lahat star sa basketball eh. So with those boys, it's accepting your role, tapos kung sino yung mainit, kung sino yung magandang laro, locate natin yung guy na yan. So, again, yung sa junior high school, dahil yung ego eh. Wala, nag-let go lahat ng ego nila kasi ang ultimate goal is mag-champion, hindi naman mag-mythical 5, hindi mag-MVP, mag-champion. So, with yung junior warriors naman natin, the ones that are playing here sa Pinoyliga, it's the same thing. Yun nga, yung pinipreach lagi namin sa mga boys namin is to let go of your egos, be a star in your role, tapos play as a team. Different scenario naman with these guys, yung mga 19 under namin, yung mga juniors boys namin. Kasi we're still in the process of building chemistry as compared to the junior high school team. Dahil dito, maraming nawala, maraming recruit, some na-promote from the junior high team. So, kumbaga, they're still getting their groove and yun, tawag dito, building their chemistry. Tsaka, hopefully yung momentum dito sa junior high school team namin and sa Pinoyliga mag-transition coming into the junior season. Ayun, that's all. Sorry, medyo mahaba.
Indeed, character po talaga yung bumubuo sa isang player and also sa team. Pero follow-up ko lang po, Coach Jongkai, paano nyo po makikip itong success na ito for the rest of the coming years?
Okay, well, again, it's about yung continuity ng program and yung willingness ng recruits and ng mga bata to buy in the system. Kasi again, we preach that we're a team to let go for ego. So as long as mag-buy in lahat ng bata to that system, tuloy-tuloy magiging success natin sa program. That's all.
Thank you so much for your words, Coach Jongkai. Again, that's all for our halftime interview. When we return, we'll have our halftime analysis and our second half. See you in a while. Thank you po.
Kasi hindi pa pwede yung stats.
And we're back to the action here at the half, 36-26 in favor of the UE Junior Warriors, as we see our stats here at halftime. And the Perpetual helps struggling from the field, just shooting 6 for 16 from the field goal, while UE hovering around that 50% mark from 11 to 25. Both teams struggling here from the three-point line, but as you can see, a clear advantage from the UE Junior Red Warriors in the rebounding department, 30-13, and that has been the difference maker here, especially in the tail end of that first half. Turnovers neck and neck. It's been an up and down battle. But again, the Perpetual Help Junior Altas have just struggled to find offensive options for them as they try to get back in this ball game and ultimately secure their first win against the undefeated UE Junior Red Warriors. If you caught that report from our courtside reporter, Bianca, she interviewed assistant coach Junkay de Guzman, and Coach Junkay explaining to our courtside reporter Bianca about the importance of having no ego in the UE Junior Red Warrior organization as they are off to this hot start, not only in the Pinoyliga Juniors Cup, but also as well in the UAP Juniors season, which is currently ongoing. So, you could see, kita nyo naman, sa laro ng UE, kumbaga, walang selfish. There's selflessness being showed and displayed. And it's clear to see that they have one goal in mind, which is to secure the championship. And that's really trickled over all the way here to the Pinoyliga Juniors Cup performance as well, as they try to defend their undefeated record here against a hungry Perpetual Help Junior Altas team. And we are getting back to the action as we start this second half. Again, if you're just tuning in, my name is Martin Diaz, covering all the action of today's game in this third game of our quadruple header. As we get started, it's going to be UE Junior Red Warrior basketball. Diaz crossing the timeline and setting things up. Now Lorenzo hands it back off to Diaz. Diaz gives up to Abellar on a flare screen. Abellar can't get it to fall. Now the Junior Altas slowing things down. Here comes Velasquez. Now Baldoria to a cutting Tabuan. Beautiful two-man game there. Great execution from the Junior Altas. Here comes Lorenzo. Picks up his dribble. Some pressure applied. Loose ball. Lorenzo gets it back. Gives it to Diaz. Diaz can't get the short side to go. Gives it to Lorenzo. Lorenzo can't get the short side to go. Now here comes Rosales for three. No good. Bana skying for that rebound. Here comes Boal. Now Boal slowing things down, hands it off to Abellar. Abellar gives it back to Boal. Boal from the right wing. Another flare screen action. Now to Diaz, uses the ball screen from Bana. Over to Jean. Jean puts it up. Great defense being shown by the Junior Altas. And that's going to be an offensive foul. A little bit of a ward off there. That was on number 26. That was Reluna. A little bit of a ward off there on that fast break attempt. Can't extend your arm like that. It's going to be UE ball. Lorenzo picks up his dribble again. Looking for a teammate. Bana setting the screen. It's going to be a foul on Baldoria, on Abellar. It's going to be two team fouls here on the Perpetual Help early on in this third quarter. You got to appreciate the defensive intensity that Perpetual is showing, but again, you got to be careful with those fouls, especially when you're being a little too overzealous with the defensive pressure. Now here comes Boal getting the screen from Bana. Now Diaz, 5 seconds left on the shot clock, dumps it off to Bana. Bana, is he aware of the clock? Gets it up, no good. Another great defensive sequence there from Perpetual. Baldoria just putting his hands up, taking that tough shot. That shot tough for Bana. Tabuan for three, no good. Bana with another rebound. Bana has controlled the rebounding department here for the Junior Warriors. Bana handing it off. Now Lorenzo from that pinch post. Diaz back to Lorenzo, over to Buwal. Buwal drives in. It's a nice lay, can't get the finish. Baldoria with the rebound, here comes Velasquez over to Baldoria. Baldoria over to Tabuan. Tabuan looking for a teammate. Gives it, tries to give it to a stealing Baldoria. And that's gonna be a steal, great steal there from Abellar. And it's gonna be an offensive foul as Abellar sticks out that elbow. Goes straight into the face of Velasquez. Velasquez shaken up on that play. Now as Velasquez tries to get back up, we're gonna turn it over to our courtside reporter, Bianca, for a report.
Report niya about you.
Feels like a reunion, says Jamal Diaz, who is currently facing his own team. Masakit man, pero Jamal is now fully embracing his new jersey and promises to give his all for his new school. But can this James Martinez 2.0 show us what he's got? We'll see for now, but let's go back to Martin.
Thank you for that report, Bianca. Obviously, Jamal Diaz coming in from the Perpetual Help Junior Altas system and now transferring over to UE, also known as a young James Martinez. And you can see the similarities. He plays with that slow pace, always in control. In the last game, he was a part of the 3 players in double digits, finishing with 10 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. Now Diaz embracing this new role here for the UE Junior Red Warriors as one of the leaders on the floor for UE, and it's paid dividends for them so far. It's going to be a sideline inbound here for the Perpetual Help Junior Warriors with 7 seconds left on the shot clock. It's going to be a steal here from Ethan Aguas. Ethan Aguas going strong, playing through the contact, getting that tough bucket to fall. Now the score is 38-29 in favor of the Junior Red Warriors. And it's going to be a foul here on Sabroso, trying to fight over that screen. Now Velasquez with the sideline inbound. Gives it up to Baldoria. Baldoria looking for a teammate. Gives it up to Rosales. Pulls up. Gets blocked. Gets it back. Second chance, no good. Velasquez with the putback. Great second effort there from Velasquez. Now handing Diaz. Diaz gives it up to Lorenzo. Lorenzo over to Buwal. Buwal back to Ethan Aguas. Aguas looking for a teammate. Gets it back. 2-man game. Drives in. And now Ethan Aguas all smiles as he gets on his own personal 4-0 run. Reluna tries to answer back, and he does. Reluna, that must be a sigh of relief as he knocks down that corner 3. Some back and forth action here, 40-34 in favor of the Junior Red Warriors. It's a 6-point lead here. Buwal from the left wing. Gives it up to Sabroso. Sabroso using the screen from Aguas. Aguas loses it. Velasquez ahead. And Tabuan knows what to do with it. Great leak out there and great find from Velasquez to Tabuan. Now here comes Buwal over to Aguas. Here comes Jamal. Giving it up. Buwal getting the screen from Lorenzo. Over to Aguas, showing the range. And Aguas is on fire, folks. 7 points. All in this third quarter. Ethan Aguas starting to cook here. Here comes Reluna over to Velasquez. Can Velasquez answer? No good. Here comes Bual. Push and pace. Spins. Leaves it. Agua saves it. Bual able to secure that basketball. Now Ethan. Crossover. Loses the ball. Sabroso attacks. 3 seconds left. No good. Tabuan. Serving. Drives in. Kicks it out. Reluna to Baldoria. Baldoria from the top of the key. No good. Now here comes Jamal Diaz. Slowing things down. Gives it up to Lorenzo. Hands it off to Sabroso. Now Diaz. Back to Sabroso. Uses the ball screen. Dumps it off. Aguas. Jumps up. Thinks twice. Lorenzo for 3. And Lorenzo finally knocks it down. He's not gun shy, folks. Lead back up to 10 points. It's 46-36 in favor of the Junior Red Warriors. Some great ball movement being shown and trust. Again, the UE Junior Red Warriors has built the foundation and having no ego, playing that team basketball, and you can see it firsthand here. Lorenzo with a heat check. That's no good. Here comes Reluna. Reluna getting fancy with it, slowing things down. Gives it up to Velasquez. Now Tabuan. Tabuan over to Baldoria. Tries to give it to a ceiling. Tabuan, and there's going to be a foul on the floor here from Bual.
Shot clock, 14 seconds.
So here comes the Junior Altas. Beautiful backdoor. Corpus just couldn't get it to fall. Bana disturbing that shot. Again, Bana just has his fingerprints all over this ball game. You may not see it in his points, but he's just been controlling that paint defensively, especially on the rebounding department as well. You see another steal here. Pagulayan gives up to Corpus. Corpus with a beautiful fake. Gets Bana in the air, and Corpus says, "You're not going to get me twice." Now Diaz kicking it out. That's going to be a foul. That's Sabroso drawing the contact. He's going to have to earn it from the stripe. And again, UE, just a lot of great ball movement and player movement. And it's proven to be too much to handle so far for the Perpetual Help Junior Altas. What I've been loving to see from the Perpetual end is they've been doing a great job on the defensive end, just controlling that intensity. But again, they've been struggling to find some offensive firepower here, especially from long range. Here comes Cristino, giving it up. Now Candido for 3. Still no good. Corpus saving it. Kalangan thinks about it. Now slows it down. Pagulayan, the mid-range stab, and draws the foul. He's gonna have to earn it from the stripe. They've gotten a lot of good looks here. Again, the Perpetual Help Junior Altas have found ways to stay in this ball game. First free throw here from Pagulayan. No good. A little over 1 minute left. Again, still a 10-point lead here for the UE Junior Red Warriors. Pagulayan knocks down the second shot. Now here comes Diaz, trying to cross the timeline. Pressure being applied here for the Perpetual Help Junior Altas. Alejandro over to Sabroso. Sabroso getting the pick. Eugene Bana, Sabroso slicing, dicing, draws the foul.
Number 28, Jimmy Pinoyliga. Third personal foul. 14 foul.
So it's going to be a baseline inbound here for Diaz. And Bana drawing the contact, getting the hoop in the harm. So ito nga po, it's going to be a 3-point play for Bana. And ito si Bana, siya talaga yung game changer in my opinion in this ball game so far. Grabe din talaga yung defensive presence and yung inside presence niya for the UE Junior Red Warriors. And yung maganda kay Bana, he's not the type of FSA who demands the ball. He'll play within the system and play his role to perfection. Ito si Kalangan, drives in, gets the hoop in the arm. Kalangan, a chance at a 3-point play here.
John Alejandro, first personal foul.
So bonus free throw here for Kalangan. The 3-point play is complete. Tapos Jerome Diaz. Now the junior Altas counter attack. It's gonna be a 3-point shot. And a beautiful shot there from Cristino. 7-point lead na lang po. A great stop there. And just like that, Perpetual help showing signs of life. 52-45 at the end of the third quarter. At magbabalik po tayo after a word from our sponsors.
Age bracket. Age, edad.
And we are back to the action here. Ang score po ay 52-45 in favor of the UE Red Warriors. Perpetual help finishing that third quarter strong, cutting this lead down to just a single point deficit. Now Candido setting things up for Perpetual help. Here comes Cristino for 3. Airball po yun. Cristino, a little bit of a heat check there. Scoring that late 3-point basket at the end of third. Now it seems like the Perpetual help, nag-switch po sila sa zone defense, doing a little bit of a 1-2-2. Worked on that end. Kalangan pushing pace. Gets the ball tipped away. It's gonna stay Junior Altas basketball. Again, if you're just tuning in, ito po yung third game ng quadruple header. You have your Perpetual help Junior Altas going head-to-head against the UE Junior Red Warriors Corpus. Losing it, getting it, and getting that second chance effort to fall. Again, the Perpetual help Altas still in this ball game, cutting the lead down to 5 points. Timbol for 3. That's no good. A great rebound there from Alejandro. Putting it back in. Ito naman si Candido. Binigay kay Cristino. Cristino over to Corpus. Candido for 3. No good. Kalangan with the rebound. Kalangan. A little bit of an ill-advised pass. Timbol. Nagmamadali. Spins. Dipsy do. And Timbol sticks the tongue out. A beautiful play there from Timbol. Nagkape sa ere. Kalangan over to Candido. Now Corpus with a strong bump. Takes on the defense, but no good. Fearless drive there from Corpus. Couldn't get the fall. Now Bana over to Chua. Chua slowing things down. Alejandro looking for a teammate. Back to Chua. Chua for 3 and knocks it down. A big 3 there from Chua. Now lead back up to 12. Kalangan drives in and draws the foul. A little bit of a platoon swap here for both teams. As Lagat checks in for UE and Tabuan. Checks in for Perpetual as well as Roluna. So Kalangan knocking down the first free throw. Second shot here, no good for Kalangan. Here comes Chua. Gives it up, Lagat. No good on 3-point shot. Gets his own rebound and loses it. It's gonna be a Perpetual ball. 7 minutes and 33 seconds left. 11 points po yung lamang ng UE Junior Red Warriors. Again, if you're just tuning in, ito po yung third game ng quadruple header of the Pinoyliga Juniors Cup. Corpus for 3. No good. Nagmamadali po si Alejandro. Alejandro picks up his dribble, gives it up. Chua tries to get fancy with it. And there's gonna be a foul on Bana on that loose ball. It's gonna be Perpetual help Junior Altas ball. And now let me turn it over to our courtside reporter Bianca Tagarda for a quick report on the ball game.
Shoot his shot in a tryout 2 years ago. All the way from Leyte, this Junior Altas finds solace in his teammate John Roluna. Now back to Martin.
Thank you for that report, Bianca. So we're back to the action here. Quick stab there from Cristino. Again, the Junior Altas naghahanap sila ng paraan to stay in this ball game. Lead down to single digits, 9 points with 6 minutes and 35 seconds left. Another stop here. Here comes Kalangan pushing pace. Another ill-advised pass there. They gotta be careful and execute. They want any chance of crawling back into this ball game. They did it once in the first half, overcoming that double-digit deficit. They're gonna have to do it again in this final quarter. So ito po si Lagat. Lagat looking for a teammate. Now Buwal gives it up to Lagat. Lagat back to Buwal. 5 seconds left. Lagat tees it up and steps out of bounds. Chances po para sa Perpetual help Junior Altas. Again, just a single point deficit. They're gonna have to execute and convert here. They try to chip away and complete this comeback. Tapos si Kalangan, top of the key. It's a screen from Tabuan. Kalangan, beautiful pass. And Bana says, not in my house. Well, a lot of contact. It's gonna be 2 shots for Tabuan. Bana, hindi makapaniwala sa call na yun. But again, Bana just doing a great job of protecting that paint. Despite that foul. So it's going to be 2 shots here. Tabuan going to have to earn it from the stripe. Knocks in the first. Now just an 8-point lead for the UE Junior Warriors. Again, if you're tuning in, it's the Pinoyliga Juniors Cup. 3rd game of the quadruple header. My name is Martin Diaz, covering today's action. Now a 7-point lead. Perpetual help still knocking on that door. Here comes the ball, nakatawid. Now Bana surveying. Another dangerous pass there. Cuevas picking up his dribble. Great pressure being applied here from the junior Altas. Scrambling defense. Laga turning the corner. Can't get it to fall. Now Kalangan gives it up. Roluna evading the defense and getting that nice little runner to fall. Bana trying to disturb that shot, and just like that, a 5-point ball game. You cannot count out this junior Altas team. As you see, I believe it was Cuevas drawing all that contact, fishing the foul still on the floor. Mark Cuevas shaking up on that play. Kalangan helping him out. So a 5-point lead here para sa UE Junior Red Warriors. And nag-timeout dito si head coach Job Cleofas as he tries to get things organized. Again, a big shout out po sa lahat ng mga sponsor namin dito sa Pinoyliga Juniors Cup. LGR, Eastern Communications, Kickstart Coffee. And a big shout out to our venue, AMORANTO Sports Complex. Again, we have a quadruple header for you all. This is the 3rd game. Our last game, of course, between the Latran Squires and the EAC at 3 p.m. today. Of course, you can watch with us live here from the Amoranto Sports Complex. It's going to be an intense matchup between the Squires and the Brigaders. You see here Cuevas missing both. But Bana again controlling the paint, getting that offensive rebound, getting that easy putback. Ito naman po si Tabuan. Back to Kalangan. Kalangan ginamit yung screen. Tries to turn the corner, gets stopped in his tracks. Tabuan for 3. And a huge 3 from Tabuan. And again, the Perpetual help just finding ways to stay in this ball game. Here comes the Junior Red Warriors. Diaz for 3. This will be big. And Diaz. That's why they call him a young James Martinez, because he's got ice in his veins. Tabuan tries to answer. Diaz skying in for that rebound, to the delight of the UE Juniors Red Warriors bench. And here comes Diaz, giving up. Now Boal, it's gonna be a 3. That's gonna be an air ball. Here comes Cristino. Corpus, and Corpus is fearless as he knocks down that 3-pointer. Now just a 4-point lead, 64-60 in favor of the UE Junior Warriors. Diaz tries to respond, no good. Bana tapping it out. Lagat thinks about it, kicks it out. Boal, low shimmy, miscommunication on that play. Bola po ng Perpetual Help Junior Altas. And the Perpetual Help Junior Altas coming up big in this 4th quarter. 4 na lang po yung nilalamang ng UE Junior Warriors. Ito po si Kalangan. getting things organized. Tabuan turns the corner. And Tabuan says, get on my back. I got you. Now just a 2-point ball game. 64-62. Tabuan slicing and dicing.
Nice shot.
And just like that, a 2-point ball game. We will be back after a word from our sponsors. And we are back to the action here. 62-64 in favor of the UE Red Warriors. Again, a big shout out to everyone watching here live from AMORANTO Sports Complex and tuning in from the live stream. Just a 2-point lead being held here by the UE Red Warriors. Some big shots being exchanged. As you see, Ethan Galang getting pressured, loses the ball. Here comes Pogulayan. Gives it up and a rejection by Bana. Kalangan for 3. And that's huge! Kalangan with ice in his veins. Knocking in that huge shot. And now taking control of the lead with a little over 2 minutes left. Is Perpetual gonna spoil the homecoming of Jerome Diaz? There's gonna be a foul here on the floor. And again, if you didn't hear that last little tidbit about number 25, Diaz of the UE Junior Warriors, he was the former starting point guard of the Perpetual Help Junior Altas, and now taking his talents to the UE basketball program as he tries to keep this undefeated slate for the Junior Red Warriors in this Pinoyliga Juniors Cup campaign. Here comes Diaz, spinning, giving up. Buwal for 3. And Buwal says, whatever you can do, I can do better. And Tabuan going up for the shot and drawing that foul. Diaz in disbelief. And also a big shout out to another one of the Pinoyliga family, Kiko Malikdem. Tuning in, of course, Kiko, one of our great broadcasters here in the Pinoyliga team. Also a shout out to the UE Red Tribe who's watching live in the Pinoyliga Cup live stream as well. This is Raymond Braga, Joshua Orio, Alicia Dantes, as we see Tabuan knocking down that second free throw. Now 67 all between UE and Perpetual Help. Some exciting action here in just the third game of this quadruple header. Here comes Buwal, giving it up. Alejandro drives in. That scoop layup, no good. Here comes Perpetual, and Reluna loses it. Buwal tipping it off. Reluna can just smile. He knew that was the right call. 1 minute and 28 seconds left in this ball game. Now here comes UE. Alejandro kicks it out. Buwal gets it back. This is gonna be huge. Diaz for 3. That's air. And a great putback from Alejandro. Alejandro has been doing that all game, just controlling the board. And that's been the theme, UE controlling that rebounding department. Great hands here. Alejandro doing it all for UE. Now with a 2-point lead with under a minute left. Alejandro playing the hero here. Ito na naman po, si Diaz. Kinuha ng screen, galing kay Alejandro. Si Diaz, binigay kay Alejandro, and that's gonna be a steal. Roluna, open. And that's gonna be an easy layup from Roluna. Perpetual help, not going down without a fight. Multiple lead changes and deadlocks here. Now 69 all with 26 seconds left. Here comes Diaz. And a huge shot there from Alejandro. Alejandro coming up big here in the fourth quarter. Has his fingerprints all over this ball game. Alejandro doing a little bit of everything. From offense to defense. And now with that go-ahead bucket in the paint, it is now 71-69 in favor of the UE Junior Warriors. A timeout here for the Perpetual help. Let's see what they draw up coming out of this timeout. 18.6 seconds left. So no need here for the Perpetual help Junior Altas to look for a three. They could try and shoot the ball early on to try to get multiple looks as they try and either tie up this ball game or go for the game winner here. So let's see what head coach Carl Santos draws up for the Junior Altas. Roluna and Corpus have been huge here for Perpetual. So tignan natin kung saan sila pupunta. Rosales, sideline inbound, gives it up to Kalangan. Kalangan over to Baldoria. Baldoria hands it up to Kalangan. Kalangan goes away. Baldoria to Cristino. Cristino pulls up for three. No good. And there's gonna be a foul here with 0.4 seconds left, but it might be too little, too late. It's gonna be two shots here for Ethan Aguas, but I believe that the Junior Altas are not yet in the penalty. It seems like they need one more foul, so it might be a little too late here for the Junior Altas. A scrambling play there. And a good look from Cristino, just couldn't get it to fall. So ito na nga po, timeout para kay Coach Job Cleofas. A great defensive sequence para sa UE Junior Red Warriors. And of course, Alejandro of the UE Junior Red Warriors coming up so big. Not only on the offensive end, but on the defensive end as well. Possibly shooting that icing on the cake with that little short stab 2 possessions ago. With 0.4 seconds left, I don't know if the UE Junior Red Warriors, or correct me, the Junior Altas have enough time to foul or get a steal here. So Jamal Diaz in his homecoming game here with his former team, he came up huge in the fourth quarter. It looks like the UE Junior Red Warriors are going to stay undefeated here as long as they're able to get this ball in bounds. But of course, ang ganda rin ng pinakita ng Perpetual help. So you see here, Bana, and that's going to be it. The UE Junior Red Warriors securing this win and staying undefeated. That elusive victory for the Perpetual Help Junior Altas, still unsecured. What a great, intense matchup here between both teams. Jamal Diaz in his homecoming game with his former team, the Perpetual Help Junior Altas, the UE Junior Warriors securing this win 71-69. Again, this is just the third game of this quadruple header. Next up, we have Latran versus EAC. You see here the alma mater being sung by the UE Junior Red Warriors. And a great ball game between the UE Junior Red Warriors and the Perpetual Help Junior Altas. Again, final score was 71-69 in favor of the UE Red Warriors. A successful homecoming game for Jamal Diaz, and the player of the game honors going to none other than John Alejandro, coming up big in that fourth quarter. Hindi lang po defense, pero kahit po yung offense. John Alejandro with that game-saving short stab, which was ultimately the game-winning shot here. And now, John Alejandro, the power forward of the UE Junior Red Warriors, is going to be accompanied by courtside reporter Bianca Tagarda for Player of the Game honors.
Islam ng very intense fight of the UE Junior Red Warriors, and I have here right beside me he is our player of the game. That is John Alejandro with 7 points, 13 rebounds, 1 block, and 1 steal. Now, John, yung record nyo ngayon, 3-0 na. Malinis pa rin. But what do you think makes your team different? What makes your team different?
Parang mga bago po kami ngayon and parang kumuha po sila coach, may mga bago po kami kasama kaya bagong mukha din po at bago po mga papakita namin and yun lang, execute lang po and stick lang po sa system ni coach. Yun nga po, kahit po 3-0 po kami, hindi naman po kami wala naman po sa standing and dahil hindi pa po tapos yung laro and yun lang po, parang stick lang po kami sa sinasabi lagi ni coach na maging consistent lang po every game.
Ayun, John, sabi mo nga wala yan sa standing. So, pwede ko bang ma-ask, nasan ba to? Is it about the character, the place? Ano ba talaga ang totoong panalo sa isang team?
Ang totoong panalo po siguro yung makalaro po kami lahat sa loob ng court at masaya po kami sa bawat isa po kung ano po yung na-contribute namin sa court. Kaya nga po, sabi po ni coach, gusto po namin pakita bawat isa and sa akin po and sa akin po ng mga teammate, gusto po namin makalaro lahat and yun yung po totoong masaya sa amin. Kaya yun lang po, lalo po panalo and pinakamasaya lang po yun. Manalo po kami at nakalaro po kami ng masaya, nag-e-enjoy.
Lastly, John, live tayo ngayon. May gusto ka bang batiin, pasalamatan, or i-shoutout?
First of all po, nag-thank you po kay God dahil di ganyan po kami na maganda laro, hindi niya po kami pinabayaan eh, nanalo po kami sa laro. Shoutout ko po yung family ko, si Mama Tawa, si mga kapatid ko po sa Alejandro family, sa Angeles family, and yun po kay Ate Gracia, kay Mama Lani, and sa girlfriend ko po kay Justy and kila boss po sa SJ po, shoutout po and sa buong UE and sa UE community din po. Ilan po, papasalamat din po sa mga and last po, sa mga taga-Lapas sa Naroqueban po. Sa tita ko po sa ante po, Tita JR. Thank you po.
Again, thank you so much and congratulations, John Alejandro, for this win and for being the player of the game. That's all for our post-game interview. But for now, let's go back to Martin.
And thank you for that lovely report. Our courtside reporter Bianca Tagarda, accompanied by John Alejandro, the player of the game. And kita niyo naman din, ang babait din ng bata. So, great to see, you know, the future of the UE Junior Red Warriors basketball is very bright. And coming up next, we have the Letran Squires going head-to-head against the EAC Brigaders. Again, this is going to be live from the Amoranto Sports Complex. We want to thank everyone who is watching with us live here, tuning in from the live stream. We will be back with you shortly for the final matchup of our quadruple header, and we will be right back.